office gossip, while it may not be quite the workplace bullying, but it's still quite serious because it does affect people emotionally as well.
Cindy says, my colleagues have been talking behind my back over the last few months, but recently also explicitly means she's able to hear their conversations about her. They're saying untruths and bad things about me. One of them in particular is known as a beep stirrer and is close to the head of the department. This person seems to be immune to having any action taken against him or her. Is this considered workplace bullying? And what is your advice on how to handle this?
Workplace bullying can be quite serious. It's like harassment,
Yeah.
threats, intimidation, or even socially being excluded.
Yeah.
I think that can be considered as workplace bullying. But in this case, it really sounds like, from how she described the situation, it's quite clear that Cindy is just the subject of office gossip. She is often the topic of interest to her colleagues, talking about her. They're talking about her behind her back and maybe saying mistruths about her or saying things about her in a negative way. So when it comes to office gossip,
it's quite common, right?
Some people can deal well with them. Some people cannot. The people that I met before, they take it quite seriously. I can understand. It affects their motivation to whether to stay
and
or
to
to
even
go.
turn up for work also.
Office gossip, while it may not be quite the workplace bullying, but it's still quite serious because it does affect people emotionally as well. So I think there are a few things that Cindy can do. One thought I have is about confronting.
Personally, I would actually speak up. I would confront the person who is, I would say, whether is it bullying or, has been spreading lies or gossip about me. So what I'll do is now she's saying that she can actually hear what this person is saying, right? They're saying it within earshot. They're saying it almost in front of her, hoping that she will hear it. So I would actually go up and say that, I know you're talking about me. That is not true. And then you can either choose to leave it as that, or you can say, would you like to talk about it? This person thinks that they can get away with it. But when you take back some of that control, it empowers you to feel that you are not the victim here. You are not only, taking it and you have to suck it up, basically. I think sometimes that already makes the person in question that you're talking to reflect on their actions. Because if they think that, this is very harmless, they're just saying things because it's funny, then they realize it's not funny. You don't think that it's funny.
If the situation happens, would you go out to the group that's talking about you and address it immediately, or would you be like...
Go for the head.
The head, yeah.
Well, it depends on how bad the situation is. If they're just kind of like, if the whole conversation seems to revolve around this one person and this person is feeding the group all these lies, then I will go up to the person. But if I feel at that point of time brave enough to walk up to the group and say, hey guys, are you guys talking about me? Like, I can hear you. I think it's definitely someone in the group will feel very embarrassed. They might just decide, actually that's not a very kind thing to do, especially with our office gossip.
Calling out, confronting, and just to bring this up in front of them is not easy.
It's not easy. It's very difficult.
I can imagine having all those emotions, the anger.
You're trying to be calm about it as well.
Yeah, maybe just bearing in mind for Cindy to, as if she confronts the situation, to not react but to respond, like how you have explained, right? Just to call out the behavior. If today Cindy doesn't feel ready to respond, and if today she confronts them, it's going to be a reaction, like a shout or something, right? Then maybe better to hold back.
Yeah.
Hold back first. And then later on, when emotions are a bit calmer, then you look for the head. Before
even confronting the people, I think it's also good to first assess what is being said.
Yeah.
Because if it's totally untrue, honestly, it shouldn't affect you so much. Because it's not true. I think sometimes it hurts because there is some element of truth in there. Or you feel that it will change the way other people who don't know you view you.
Some of the things that they might be saying, it's good for Cindy to maybe take back and think about it. Is there any truth behind that? Is there anything that she might have done to make people behave or react that way? I think it's important to have that self-reflection point. And if there is, then maybe it's better as part of the confrontation to also apologize.
Yes,
to
true.
own up, to say that I have my part to play in this, but what you did, it wasn't not also right. Of course, the other aspect of this is like the social social dynamics, right? Like because this person is gossiping with other colleagues, so then you feel like you're being excluded.
Yeah.
You're being shamed, maybe even. So I think what Cindy could do is also to look out for positive company.
Okay.
Look out for people who will
Allies in the workplace.
positive relationships within the company, right? The other people who will take your side, who know what's really happening. Very often I see people they will say, thank God for this colleague, who's there to listen to me, because if not, I don't know how I can survive in this workplace. So yeah, go and find those positive relationships and reinforce them. And if things really, really are bad, please go to the HOD, go to look at your HR harassment policies, and then follow up appropriately.
So Cindy, I can imagine that you are dreading to see these colleagues every day, and our heart goes out to you. So hopefully you'll be able to find some resolution. Be brave if you need to confront them, if you need to talk to them, like what Gerald say. Don't react, respond. Then hopefully that changes your situation. Be brave. And if, like Cindy, you have a work-related question, do send it to us. We are at cnapodcasts@mediacorp.com.sg. We're also on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube, where a video version of this is at.
I'm Gerald.
And I'm Tiffany. Have a good work week ahead.